Alright, so today's video is an intro to points, lines, and planes. I'll refer to them as PLPs, or like worksheets will be called that. It just means points, lines, and planes. Today is just going to be heavy in vocab, making sure you understand what the different definitions are. Before we get started, you do need to know that points, lines, and planes are the three undefined terms in geometry. So that's something super important. We're going to see it again later on your 9 weeks test and your final exam. So the first thing we're going to talk about is a point. So you first need to know it is named with a capital letter. It is a specific location. There's no size to it. And it's usually represented by a small dot. So I did include 3 different examples down below. You have point A, point M, and point R. After a point, we are going to talk about the line. A line is named with a lowercase letter, or sometimes it is named with 2 points. It extends in opposite directions, that's why there's arrows on the ends. And then it contains infinitely many points. So down below, I did give you 2 examples. This one up at the top, it's a line, and you can see 2 points on it, point C and point W. I also put the names above it, so you could call this line CW or line WC. Because it goes in both directions, it doesn't matter which order you put the points. And then down below you have another line. Sometimes it will be named by a lowercase letter. So this would be called line M. Now we also have planes. These are named with capital letters. They contain infinitely many points. They contain many lines. And it's a flat surface. Kind of think of it like a piece of paper almost. And if you look below, there's this plane, and it has 3 points on it just to show. Now, in a diagram, we would say maybe this is plane M. You would have another letter on there. The naming isn't too important right now. Now, there are a couple more definitions that go with points, lines, and planes. Those firstly were just the very basics. We now have something called collinear points. And these are points that lie on the same line. So you can connect them. They're all on the same line. If you only have 2 points though, they are always collinear because you can always connect 2 points with a line. So down here below, I have points X and points Y. Now these points are collinear because there's only 2 of them, but they're connected by that line. I just wanted to show y'all so you could see that. There could be a third point on here. We could call it Z. And that would say that X, Y, and Z are all collinear. But remember, really important, if you just have 2, they're always going to be collinear. The next thing we have is coplanar points. And they're kind of like collinear. They are points that lie in the same plane. Now, just like collinear, any 2 points are collinear. With coplanar, any 3 non-collinear points are always coplanar. That's a lot to take in. We're going to talk through that. So down below, I have 3 points. I have points A, B, and C. And if you notice, I can't connect them all with one line. I can go A to B, I can go C to B, C to A. But I can't use one line to connect all 3. So that means these 3 points are non-collinear. But because they're non-collinear and there's 3 of them, they could be connected or they do lie on the same plane. The plane is shown by this figure, like a flat piece of paper. Remember, they have to be non-collinear to be a plane. And if there's 3 points, they're always a plane as long as, of course, they're not collinear. So like I said, that video was just for the vocab. I know it's probably really confusing right now. You are going to get some practice. Your assignment is going to be the points, lines, and planes vocab. And I'm just going to ask you different questions. I'm going to show you some diagrams. So make sure you work the problems on your own paper. You do not have to draw any of the diagrams or the pictures. Make sure that your heading is on your paper because I won't accept it if it's not. And then remember, you're submitting the picture of the assignment on the assignment.